Grace and peace, family. Grace and peace. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Ma'at hotep. Namaste. Free the land, beloved. Come on in, come on in, come on in. My name is Vicky Dillard, and I'm a very proud contributor right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com, the network for melanated women just like you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the broadcast today, beloved. I want to just run something by you very quickly. I know that some of you during this season and time are with family and loved ones, but whatever you find yourself doing, it is my prayer that you do something good and that you make sure that you don't strengthen the hand of your oppressor. It is my prayer, it is my hope that this season you would boycott the big box stores and boycott, that is to support Black businesses. Somebody talk Black to me. So welcome, 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 beloved. Just want to briefly run something by you of a clip that I received on yesterday. Normally, I'm here Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. So for the next couple of days, I may come in and do just a very short live broadcast at a different time like I'm doing today. Shout out Sonia, I Am Black Excellence, Vanessa, Caribbean Fire, Christina, Shima, Conscious Moon, and others that are piling on in to the digital building. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm not sure if you all heard about this or not. Were you all aware of an award that Botham Jean's brother, Brant Jean, is supposed to be receiving here in a few days? How many of you have heard or were aware of the fact that Botham Jean is supposed to be honored for a so-called Courage Award? And I thought that I wanted to go there with this. I've been staying on this for a long time, different developments related to Botham Jean's death, Botham Jean's investigation, the sham investigation that surrounded his death, certainly the trial of his killer, Amber Guyger, certainly the shenanigans, the utter Sambo-ism, the utter butter biscuit-ism that took place throughout his trial by silly Negroes and Negresses. Certainly, you know that I have been staying on top of this in terms of Joshua Brown, a key witness in his case that was murdered under suspicious circumstances, and we're still waiting for more and more clear answers. Shout out to you, John, for your gift. May your gift be returned back to you 1,000-fold. That's exactly what it is, John, and I'm getting to that in a minute. Meritorious manumission. Shout out to you, Mia, our moderator that's in the digital building. Let's just get right to it, family. I'm going to keep it very short, and I just want to put this out there. As you come in, however, we do ask that you come in giving us the thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like, and also be sure to hit the notification bell. For those of you that have it, on the count of 3, would you be so kind to hit the thumbs up button and the notification bell for me? 1, 2, 3, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, and hit the notification bell. Please, dear family. Again, if you want to boycott this season instead of participating in big box stores, strengthening the hand of our open enemies, make sure you support platforms like this one, Fly Nubian Queen. You can do that and buy gifts for your family at shopfnq.com. That's shopfnq.com, FNQ, FlyNubianQueen.com. Somebody talk Black to me. You can get all kinds of good little goodies there. So listen, family, I'm reading, it was a couple of different articles I read today. This one is BAP.com that I'm reading from right now. And let me see, what's this other one that I read from? The other one that I read from was from Fox News, fox4news.com. So anyway, let me go ahead and read this one first from BAP.com. Interesting developments here. It says the brother of a man shot to death by a former Dallas police officer will be honored next week in Plano. Brant Jean is the brother of Botham Jean, who was shot and killed in his apartment by Amber Guyger. Brant captured hearts. Listen to the language of this madness, family. Brant, that's the brother of Botham Jean, captured hearts across the country when he forgave Guyger on the witness stand after she was sentenced to 10 years in prison. He then asked the judge if he could hug Guyger, and she said yes. The two embraced for nearly a minute. That might as well have been forever. The Institute, listen to this. Before I tell you who's actually honoring him. I've shown this picture before, but I have to show you this again. This is Brant Jean. That's Botham Jean's brother. Botham Jean is the one that was slain and killed by this wicked race soldier right here, this terrorist. This white female terrorist is the one who's responsible for killing his brother. So tell me what you think. What song comes to mind when you see this erotic embrace? What some would say appears to be an erotic embrace. What song comes to mind, family? Shout out to you, Mark, for your gift. May your gift be returned back to you 1,000-fold. When you all see this picture, what song comes to mind? Let me hit the gavel, y'all. I love y'all. Oh my God, y'all so wise. I love this one. Somebody said backstabber. Isn't that an old school one? I'm gonna have to go call on my mother, see what she up to, and see if she can remember that song from back in the day. Backstabbers. You know what? That's better than I thought. I didn't think you were gonna say that. That's good. That's an excellent idea. Backstabbers is definitely a song that comes to mind. What's another song, family? What's another song that comes to mind when you see this embrace? Now, look, I know his brother, Botham Jean's brother, Brant Jean, is young. But family, we can't play around deaths of our people. We just can't do that. You know, your 2-year-old is young, but you'll snatch them up if you see they're getting ready to run out in the middle of the road, won't you? And I know he's going through some stuff, but the Black family in general, individually and collectively, have been going through some stuff. We've been grieving together. Unfortunately, the Jean family are not the only ones that have gone through something this horrific. So while we can understand him in his emotions, we got to snatch him back a little bit. We got to snatch him up. Somebody said, baby, hold on. Somebody else said, down home blues. Okay, this embrace. Well, this one reminded me of y'all giving me some really, really powerful song names. What's this other one say? Scandalize. This Negro. Okay, baby, hold on. But the song that comes to mind for me, the one that I thought about, was the Whitney Houston song. The song that came to mind to me was a Whitney Houston song, I Will Always Love You. Tell the truth, shame the devil, y'all. Y'all know at the end of that movie, when she's getting ready, I think, yeah, she's getting ready to fly off, right? At the end of the movie, Bodyguard. Whitney Houston. Tell the truth. And the man that was securing her the whole time, they was lovers and stuff. But this was her last kiss. Somebody talk black to me. Somebody said ebony and ivory. Y'all giving me some good names. Shout out to you, Laura Virgo 72, for your gift. May your gift be returned back to you 1,000-fold, as well as the others. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. I learned so much from watching you every day. Peace and blessings to you. Thank you, beloved. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So y'all look at this. So I was thinking about Whitney Houston. You know, I was thinking about that embrace that she gives. What's his name in the movie? Bodyguard. Kevin Costner. I was watching how, because of course Kevin Costner's white and Whitney is black. So certainly there are some similarities in terms of just the optics there. But she holds him and embraces him like it ain't nobody business. And while I'm not saying that was his intention here. I'm just saying, babe, because things can be misconstrued. Because stuff can get convoluted. We got to snatch you up so that doesn't happen. Somebody talk black to me. Marvin said Thriller. Shout out to you, UK. Somebody else says, shame that fool. Okay, shame the fool. That too. Shout out to you, Kevin, for your gift. May your gift be returned back to you 1,000-fold. So we got to really get into this. Again, this is not about dogging this young man, Botham Jean, but I'm not here to play either. Because we're at war, because someone's young, this is the time to correct them so that they don't grow up out of shape. You feel what I'm saying? Don't tell me, well, he's young, he's going through. Let me tell you something. How many Black families have gone through this and worse? We as a collective and an individual people have gone through hell, baby. You're not doing this. You ain't the only one that's experienced this. And because we're trying to prevent this from continuing to happen, because we're trying to send a message to our open enemy that this is not okay, baby, we got to help shape you up now. We got to snatch you up now. This is the reason we need to come down hard. Not disrespectful, but firm. Why? Because literal life and death is at stake. Your brother is 6 feet under. Your brother is not on the planet anymore. And a family grieving is not a family grieving alone. There are implications. There are national and international implications for such coonery. When you signal to your enemy that your life ain't worth nothing, when you tell the courts and when you tell the world that you don't even want her to do a day behind bars, when you say, I love her like I love everybody else, baby, you are telling the world Black lives don't matter. We can't afford to let you screw this up no matter how emotional you are. We will let you cry in the bathroom. We'll let you cry in your friend's condo. We'll let you cry back in the Caribbean where you and your lovely family are from. But baby, you're not fixing to go before the world and normalize our death. This is more than just about the Jean family. And I always have to start this by saying this to some of you funny looking Negroes who act like you don't know the difference. Those of you touchy-feely ones that like to say can understand why he would. No, you can't. Somebody just said Emmett Till's mother didn't do that. I know that's right. I know that's right. And she shouldn't. And that's the reason why I often deal with spiritual elements as well as social and political elements. Because you're not going to penetrate the minds of people that are programmed and possessed by a demonic spirit. You can't use logic to talk to folk that are bound by spiritual and religious strongholds. Some folk that think they're so smart and such good researchers, some folks that think that they're the Black intelligentsia, they try to use logic and the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s to try to break through something that is not just about logic. There's something happening on a subliminal level, on the subconscious level, that cannot be changed, modified, or appealed to using just simple logic. So I always bust up your Jesus, the one with the blonde hair and the blue eyes. I have to bust him up. I got to kick him off your altar. I got to mess with your mind and your religion first. And that's going to, initially, that's going to upset a lot of you. Initially, it's going to cause some of you to turn me off and to consider me perhaps a nut. That doesn't make me any never mind. Let me tell you something. Whenever somebody is trying to drill into the ground, it's hard at first. Is that right, family? Whenever somebody's trying to drill in the ground, it's difficult. It ain't easy. And sometimes it seems impossible. But I'm going to keep at it until I break up that madness first. Some of you need to be exorcised, not exorcised, exorcised. Demons and stuff need to be cast out you. And we're going to cast the demon out in the name of the Black Jesus. Don't blaspheme. You better understand what I'm talking about. That's right, Gloria. We're breaking up the fallow ground. Even a farmer, even a farmer that's worth his salt will tell you that before they just start putting seed in the ground, they have to prepare the ground first, right? And sometimes they deal with the ground a little rough before they're able to put seeds in it. Are y'all hearing me today? So anyway, I'm not going to be here before you real long, but let me read the rest of this article. As I do that, family, come and giving us a thumbs up, liking and sharing and hitting the notification bell, would you? Hit the notification bell. Hit the notification bell if you would. Now, this is what we're dealing with. Can you imagine us doing this to Al-Qaeda, even though America is responsible for the formation of some of these other terrorist organizations? Can you imagine Al-Shabaab doing this? Can you imagine? The real terrorists, Ku Klux Klan, that's dressed in black robes, blue uniforms, three-piece suits, and going up and down the halls of Congress and stuff. Can you imagine them embracing their enemy like this? Now let's get to it. Let me finish reading this article. So, again, I'm reading from the WBAP.com site, and there was another Fox News 4 article that I read through too as well. Listen to this. Listen to this madness. Again, the brother of a man shot to death by a former Dallas police officer will be honored next week in Plano. Let me skip on down here. The Institute for Law Enforcement Administration announced this week that Jean will receive its Ethical Courage Award at next week's Contemporary Issues and Ethics Conference in Plano. Now, the police is the one that's rewarding you. So everybody ought to know right there, something is wrong. That's right, Adep said jackhammer. That's right, baby. We got to use a jackhammer to break this madness up. The police, an organization that's dealing with law enforcement, they're the ones that's rewarding you. Do I need to even go any further with my talk today? What does that say to you, family, when the police are rewarding you? Somebody talk black to me. We're going to stay on this. We're going to stay on this. That's what Vicky does. I stay on stuff that I'm led to by spirit. And just as a side note, for some of you that gets all in your little feelings and emotions when you say, well, Vicky, why you be talking about the ADOS leadership and all the stuff that they're doing wrong and stuff, baby, because I'm going to talk about the truth and stuff that affects my people. As long as I need to talk about it, as long as it's relevant, as long as I'm moved to do so. Not going to stop. Because a couple of people are running around here misunderstanding stuff. Not going to stop. Not going to stop because a knucklehead ratchet that made some videos lying and putting my name out there about my motives about stuff. Think about finna stop that because of some little rodents and stuff. Just like I'm not going to stop on this. It's proving my point and bringing it up in the first place. The fact that you're being rewarded for cowardice. Some of you scared to death Negroes, some of you silly ones that have made idols out of fools. Made idols out of fools. Vicky, don't get off on the wrong subject today. Stay on this young man. Watch this. Watch this. Let me get back to this subject. Watch this. The Institute for Law Enforcement Administration announced this week that Jean will receive its Ethical Courage Award at next week's Contemporary Issues and Ethics Conference in Plano. Branch Jean and his family are expected to be in attendance for the presentation Tuesday, December 3rd. I don't know how many of y'all in the Plano area. I don't know how many of you all know about this Institute for Law Enforcement Administration. I just wonder if there was any kind of boycott and you feel like doing during the holiday season, this might be it. Not boycotting, but in terms of reaching out to ask some questions. Branch Jean's family are getting ready to leave, the Caribbean family, to attend this mess, according to this article. Now, let me say something to you real quick. Here's the actual flyer. Let me see if I can enlarge it. Here's an actual flyer from the Institute for Law Enforcement Agency. So y'all don't think I'm making this up. This is the actual flyer. You see that? Can you all see that flyer? And the police using, look at the booty all out, the embrace, that was what appears to be an erotic embrace. What could be construed as an erotic embrace. That doesn't go together. He's grieving. He's young. I'm finna snatch your little young, emotional, grieving self up. So you get to do this at home. Somebody talk black to me. I'm about done. Look at this. I'm not here to play with some of you talking about some, let's just all get along and forgiveness and Jesus and stuff. Which Jesus is my question are we talking about? The Jesus that was cursing cities? That Jesus? The Jesus that let his betrayers kill themselves? That Jesus that could have resurrected him? That Jesus that let him kill himself? That Jesus? The Jesus that talk about what he's going to do during the end times to shut stuff down and to destroy his enemies? Which Jesus? This is the flyer, y'all. That hug was not just about one individual and a family grieving by themselves. The police know the power of that hug and that image that went out through the world and what that signal. It signaled black male weakness. It signaled black male weakness, thus making your open enemy, those of the dominant society, feel more comfortable to know that your funny looking self is not a threat. You will allow them to murder you, kill you, rape you and your woman, kill your woman, assault your woman, destroy your family, and you will ask that there be no punishment for them. We can't have your soft, moist self out, on the front lines like that. Nobody is conscripting you to the military. You flunked. We say that you flunked even basic training. You're not fit to be a Boy Scout up in this piece. Don't even be in front of the Kroger's selling people's popcorns and stuff. He did this because of bad teaching. Y'all better help me today. Let me help you. Did you hear what I said? Shout out to you, Ilka, for your gift. They're awarding him for being weak-minded and passive, exactly, while sending out a message to the rest of us that this is how we're to behave. Exactly. It's a form of control. And the thing that individuals reward is a behavior that they want you to repeat. Let me help you understand something. Using doggy treats. It's been some years ago. It's been about 14 years and some change ago. We was training the family dog. The way we trained the family dog wasn't about beating the dog to get him to obey. We wanted to reinforce a certain behavior that was acceptable by giving him a doggy bone. Somebody talk black to me. I need a bone. I need a dog bone. I brought out my Coon Awards to say that this is the equivalent of the award that Botham Jean's brother is getting ready to get today. He's getting ready to get the Butter Biscuit and Your Mission Award. Somebody talk black to me. Are y'all hearing me? This is what he's getting. The difference is, it's a difference between when I give it to you or somebody like me gives it to you. This is to your shame. But see, when the members of the dominant society and those black-faced front men on behalf of the dominant society, when they reward you for this, it's because they want you to repeat said behaviors. Are y'all hearing me today? Gloria said, teach. I'm doing my best, baby. So when 14 years ago, 13, 14 years ago, we was training the family little dog. He would get stuff like a bone. Y'all talk black to me. All of you all can afford this award. This is an official new, this is the equivalent of this. This speaks for itself. In fact, buying this bone automatically comes with writing. What does this say right there? What does that part say? All natural dog treats. Y'all better talk black to me. I'm gonna leave this reward right here. This right here is the cheapest award I've ever had to buy. Stop laughing at me, Dark Force. Cut it out, Tiffany. Look at this. All natural. Somebody say all natural. All natural dog treats. I ain't playing with you, LaDonna. Y'all stop laughing at me. I love you back. Look at this. I don't need to add any word into this. All natural dog treats. Yummy. Somebody talk black to me. So what we would do is when the dog sat, what would we do? Give him a treat. So in the mind of our little terrier, he would know, oh, I better do that again. Get another treat. Get another Negro butter biscuit. Somebody talk black to me. Give me another day on CNN. Give me a little extra bonus. I'll get your article in the newspaper this time. Y'all better hear me today. Lugani said, now, Vicky, you're doing too much, baby. That's all I know. It's too much. But this right here is our new award that we're giving out. All natural dog treats. So over and over again, even when I don't give the dog a treat anymore, what happens? He just automatically does what? And in anticipation of the treat, before I even if I'm not even thinking about giving him nothing, somebody told me, he'll just sit, indicating to me what? Want a snack? I need a snack. Need a snack. You say jump, I say hi, massa. Shout out to you, Aretha, for your gift. May your gift be returned back to you 1,000-fold. Aretha said, Sister Vicky, I like how you break things down, baby. I'm sorry. Thank you, beloved. Even if it's a doggy treat. Got to understand this. Got to deal with the black psyche. Let you know what you look like doing this. And what you're doing. If it just involved just Botham Jean's family, then family, I wouldn't have too much to say about it. But because everything we do affects our people, we are not in ordinary times, family. We're at war. And we're not fixing to pat you on the back when you do something emotional that puts our very lives at risk with the world's #1 terrorist. Are you out your mind? And then we wake up 464 years later. We wake up out of a deep, long sleep of 464 years asking the same dumb question. Why are black folks still dealing with some of these things that we're dealing with now? Baby, when you tell your open enemy you can kill us without consequence. And when you have black women who are judges, who are sent to some of the highest levels of society, they lower themselves and come down from their high bench with their robe on to caress, hug, and succor a killer. Baby, we got to deal with you with spit and fire and some more stuff. We're trying to shock your funny looking conscience. And I want to let you know how effective the black media has been in shocking the conscience. We have been so effective in calling out the Jean family for this coonery. We've been so effective in calling out Judge Mammy Tammy for her coonery. We've been so effective in calling out that black bailiff who was caressing sister girl's hair, pretending like, acting like later, using as an excuse later, oh, well, we were just really doing a proper search. We know that's a lie. The act she was doing was a trick, and her behavior was affirming to that killer. We were so effective with what we were doing, family. that the police organization, a law enforcement organization, is about to reward this Negro. That's the reason they're doing it. You know why? Because they were expecting a larger number of us to be in awe and express admiration for his behavior. There were 2 or 3 funny looking knuckleheads that did that. But there were enough of us that called this madness, this warfare act out for what it was. And so to try to counter our effectiveness, they are trying to do something that looks official and that's very public from a law enforcement organization. And guess what? If black media had any sense, we're going to keep on calling this madness out. Trying to trick us this whole time. You sitting here beating us upside the head and trying to tell us that means I love you. Talk black to me. See, that's what's wrong with some of you that's in these crazy relationships. I know about it. I've been in them before, but it's been too many years back in the day, baby. I know better than that now. Some of you that's in relationships where you've been beaten upside the head, given numerous black eyes, taken to the emergency rooms, you say that's love. Somebody talk black to me. Negro, you went talking about this love. Your jealous, crazy, unjustified rages. You say that's love. I just love you, baby. That's the reason why No. In the same way, we know you a liar on that. We can't afford, somebody talk black to me, to let you make us think nothing else. Baby, this ain't love. This ain't love. Family, come on in, keep giving us a thumbs up, like and share, and hit the notification bell. I'm about done. I'm about finished. Listen to this part right here. Thumbs up, and hit the notification bell. My name is Vicky Dillard. Of course, for the next couple of days, I won't probably be coming on my normal time. I'm just going to come in, do a quick live, and move on. I missed you all on yesterday, but I'm here today. Listen. This is the actual flyer from the event. Why would they use that hug for the flyer, y'all? I'm asking a question. Perhaps they have other ones, but this is one that was attached to this article. I find that fascinating. Listen. So it goes on to say that, the flyer. The flyer says this. Listen to what the flyer says. Listen to the flyer. Quote, I personally want the best for you, Botham Jean. Ugh! That's a part of the quote. Let me make it as big as I can for you. Y'all see that? That's a part of the quote that's on that little flyer that I just showed you. That's a part of what Botham Jean's brother, that's what Botham Jean, that is his brother. That's what Brant said. I personally want the best for you, Botham Jean. Underneath that it says, extraordinary heroes, listen to the kind of reward. Listen to the type of reward and tell me what legal word comes to mind that we talk about on the Vicky Show all the time. Listen to the name of this award that he's getting. Extraordinary heroes, meritorious leadership, ethical courage. I lie not. I lie not. Let me make it as big as I can. I lie not. Look at that. I lie not. Let me get it back. Do you all see that? You see that title? What word stands out in that, family? What word stands out in that title, family? Somebody said they're rubbing it in our faces. That's exactly what they're doing. That's right, Adept. Meritorious manumission. Let me read it again. They quote Botham Jean where he says, I personally want the best for you. Then underneath that, it says, extraordinary heroes, meritorious leadership, ethical courage. Baby, what did Vicky tell you a long time ago when they were pushing this behavior of Judge Tammy Kemp and the bailiff and Botham Jean and all that? What were they calling that? They were calling that spiritual and religious and God-like, weren't they? What did I tell you it was? What did I tell you it was? Didn't I tell you that behavior was sinful? I need somebody who's one of my day ones that was around during that time. Tell me I'm lying. When some people of the world were saying that the behaviors of this judge and Botham Jean was religious and righteous and godly, did I not say, no, that's sinful. That's wicked behavior. See, this is what your enemy does. And this is what a devil does. They make evil fair seeming. They tell you that what's wrong is actually right. I'm not going to be sitting up here preaching and screaming like this today. But how can you not scream when you see this kind of madness? It goes on to say, I'm still reading from this flyer. 2 days of excellence in law enforcement education, contemporary issues and ethics conference, December 2nd through the 3rd. 52, here's the address of where they have it at, family. I'm not encouraging anything crazy, but I'm just reading you the flyer. 5201 Democracy, ain't that a something? Democracy Drive. Democracy. Plano, Texas. Join us in this presentation of the 2019 Ethical Courage Award honoring Botham Jean. At the bottom here, you see the symbol? Institute for Law Enforcement Administration. Family, this is another manifestation of our mental illness. No disrespect to the Jean family, but baby, that would have been an easy award to get out of. Shout out to you, Erin, for your gift. Dallas has a history of rewarding cookery. Next, they will have this image on holiday greeting cards and stocking stuffers. You ain't never lied, brother. All the family had to do was say, we still grieving right now. We're not ready for that. That's all they had to say. They could have said, mail it. And once they mailed it to them, they could have threw it out into the sea. Back to me. Or set that thing on fire. And nobody would have never known the difference. But black media is not going to stop calling out this. We're not going to stop calling this out. We're not going to stop doing it. Watch this. Let me see if I can find this other. Okay, here's the other article. This one's from Fox News 4. It's saying basically the same thing, but let me get to it. The brother of Botham Jean will be honored for the courage he showed during the murder trial of fired Dallas officer Amber Guyger. Once again, they're lying. They call this showing courage. Hugging her is not courageous. You see how they're misusing war terms? You see how they are misusing war terms? You see how normally when they give y'all the Purple Hearts and other similar awards, they give you that for what? Showing extraordinary courage in war. You see how they're calling this courage? Baby, that ain't no courage. That's possession. That's demonic possession. That's traitorous behavior, treasonous behavior to your own people. You see how the dominant society considers that to be worthy of an award, a reward, an award, and courage. But those of us who know better knows that it's traitorous and treasonous. And guess what? I did a little research on these funny looking people down there. Funny looking self. Watch this. Watch this. Keep giving us a thumbs up, family, liking and sharing. By the way, make sure that you subscribe to flydubingqueen.com. And again, instead of shopping these big box white stores, support black media. One such black media outlet you can support is Fly New Being Queen. Go to our store at shopfnq.com. Shopfnq.com. Listen, did a little research on this little organization and stuff. Law Enforcement Administration. The Institute for Law Enforcement Administration. Now, y'all know darn well, and we know that this is a national problem in America. They have a hard time getting black folk to be police officers, right? But they managed to find a Negro to run this little law enforcement organization. Can I help you out real quick? Let me show you how they do it. ILEA Director Greg Smith. Y'all want to see who he is? You see that big old smile with them shiny chicken grease cheeks and stuff. I got big old cheeks and stuff too, but I'm just saying, I be smiling for us. I ain't smiling on behalf of our open enemy. Boy, you don't wipe that smile off your face. A sure sign of the Negroes that they reward. Blackface, that's exactly right. Do y'all see that mess? That's right, butter biscuit cheeks, just shining up from the butter and the grease from the chicken. He's director Greg Smith. Y'all can't even find black police officers on a regular basis. Y'all are dealing with a shortage, a dearth of black police officers around the country. But you done found this Negro director. Somebody talk black to me. Just look at that mess. What did I tell you the name of the award is again, family? And I'm out of here. Watch this. I want to pull the flyer back up. Pull this flyer back up. Here it is. That's the flyer again. And the flyer says what? Extraordinary heroes, meritorious leadership, ethical courage. You all know on the Coon Awards that I typically give out, you notice that the second line says meritorious manumission. Many of you already know what that means, right? But I don't want to take it for granted that everybody knows. And so I always like to, we may make, light of certain things just to convey our message. But I always want you to know I say and do stuff for a reason. The meritorious manumission was a legal act of freeing an enslaved African for good deeds as defined by national public policy. Meritorious manumission could be granted to an enslaved African who distinguished himself by saving the life of a white master, inventing a new medicine, or snitching on fellow slaves. Botham Jean's brother, Brent Jean, is being awarded for extraordinary cowardice, extraordinary weakness, an undeniable manifestation of unmanliness. It has nothing to do with courage to hug a killer. I said it has nothing to do with courage for hugging a killer. Shout out to you, Darnell Smith, for your gift. May your gift be returned back to you 1,000-fold. Thanks for giving us your time today. You're so welcome, beloved. Did you all hear what I said? It's about the lessons that we teach a dog. All natural. Dog treats. When you're training a dog and you want to reinforce a certain type of behavior, he gets a treat. You condition the dog. You give him a reward, a snack, a bone for doing what pleases you. That's what this is. This ain't got nothing to do with righteousness or godliness. And black folk, who are the most spiritual people on the planet, whether you are Christian, Buddhist, Hindu, Muslim, or any other spiritual arts that you're involved in, voodoo, hoodoo, or what have you. We are the most spiritual people on the planet. We are known for tapping into unseen powers that are very real and that are truly matter. But they are matter that's not perceived with the natural eyes or ears or nose, mouth, or hands. We are those that always know and believe that there is someone, something greater than us. Somebody talk black to me. So we're not going to let some Johnny come lately who stole a whole religion and corrupted a religion turn around and tell us that this is now God's will and godly. No, baby. We've been running the planet and the globe and some stuff long before you started rolling on the earth, tearing and blowing up and burning up stuff. You're not the standard bearers. You're not the rule makers. People who buck break folk, people who sodomize and rape people, people who chop off their body parts, their sexual body parts, and keep them as souvenirs. People who set bodies on fire, rip them in two. People who take out unborn children out of the bellies of their mother and then crush their skulls with their heel. You don't get to tell us right from wrong. You don't get to give us the interpretation of who God is after denying us access to the book. And silly Negroes are so idiotic to believe that after being denied access to a holy book, that when you finally give it to us, that you hadn't tampered with it or given us the wrong interpretation of some of it. No, baby. And black folk needs to understand. Some of you scared to death Negroes that have been programmed like I once was, scared that everything was just about hell, and you were scared to even challenge or to even think through certain concepts, religious concepts that you were taught. I don't believe in throwing away all religion or all spirituality. That's stupid and foolish. Ignorant black folks throw the whole thing away. People mess with and corrupt money all day, but you're not finna stop paying your bills with it, are you? No, you're just gonna do right by an energy that's meant to bless you. When you have the right understanding of what the scriptures mean, when you understand the right gems that are lodged in there, you're not going to throw that away because some demon, some devil messed it up. I want to tell our people that regardless of the new revelations that you find about your spirituality and religion, you ain't got no reason to fear, baby, because you're going to win. Every time we find out something new about the book, we find out that we were in the beginning of it and that we were blessed from it and that we were the authors and the mothers and the fathers of it. So what you scared about? No matter what you find out, guess what? We're going to always be the winner of it. The problem with Botham Jean's brother, Brant Jean, and his whole family, they're screwed up because of how they've been taught about who God is, what righteousness is, what standard is appropriate for godliness. So that's why we got to attack those kinds of things. Are you hearing me? Keep calling this mess out. This is nothing to be rewarded. This is a reward we're giving him today. No disrespect to the young man and anybody like him. This is what you get from us today. This is the reward we give you today. And if I must be more classy, you can get this one. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to subscribe, family, so hopefully when they send out notifications, you'll receive, though we know sometimes they don't send out notifications. I plan on perhaps maybe coming on sometime in the next couple of days, too, so you don't want to miss me coming on at perhaps a different time until next week, inshallah. Thank you so much for joining us. Shout out to all of you that gave and that tuned in, all 520 of you that tuned in. Keep giving us a thumbs up, liking, and sharing. Make sure that you share this podcast with other people. My name is Vicky Dillard. It is my pleasure to come to you today. I leave you in the manner in which I came. By the way, follow me on Instagram, Vicky X Dillard. Vicky X Dillard. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Ma'at hotep. Namaste. Free the land.